In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the headlights on this Toyota Corolla. Let's get into it. Now we're going to remove the grille. Start by taking this 10mm bolt out. Use a 10mm socket. Take these push pins out. Just use a push pin removal tool or a trim tool. Pop those out. And from the back side, there is some clips holding this in. You're going to pop those clips up. Might even want to use a trim tool in the front here. Just pry up so that you can unclip those. You can see all these clips. So from the front, if you're using the trim tool, you can push those down, pop those out. Now there's 3 pins right here. You want to take those out. Just use a trim tool or a push pin tool. Take those out. Take the other 2 out. Take this lower shield off. We're going to use a 10mm socket. Take all these bolts out. Need a straight blade screwdriver. Just pop these clips out. And it slides down and just slide it out. Take this screw out right here. Use a 10mm socket. You don't have to take those out, just leave those in. Just to make this tip down a little bit easier, we're just going to take this pin out, this push pin. Just use a trim tool. You can pull this down and set it aside. And if your vehicle has fog lights, you want to disconnect those. Just pop those out. Disconnect the connector. Do the same on the other side. There's a plastic push pin right here. Just going to use a trim tool. Just going to pull this out. Just like that. Make sure that's separated from the inner fender well. Slide that off. Just like that. Just using a punch to just punch out the center. And using a trim tool, pop out the rivet. You want to grab the bumper and just pull like that. You want to grab it firmly. It may be a little bit trickier than this one. Then you're going to do the same on the other side. And just grab the front of the bumper and it slides right off. Using a 10mm socket, take this screw out. Pull that out. And these 2 screws up top, same 10mm socket. And it just slides out. And we can disconnect the connectors. And disconnect these connectors, just push down on the tab. And one more over here. And it slides right out. On the back of the new headlight bulb, these are test bulbs, so you want to take these out. Replace them with the correct bulb. You want to replace this bulb with an HB3. Just slide it in and twist to the right. This other bulb right here, just twist and pull the socket out. Just grab the bulb from the socket and it slides right out. This is a 7443 amber bulb. You want to just slide this into the socket like that. Over here, slide the socket in place. and twist it to the right. One last bulb to replace would be this one right here. Twist the socket, slide it out, grab the bulb, pull it out. This is a 194 bulb. Line it up, lock it in place. Just put it in and twist to the right. The adjuster for the light is located right there. You can use a Phillips head screwdriver in there to make your adjustments. We're going to transfer this clip over to the new one. Just use a screwdriver, just pry it off. Might have to pry it out a little bit. You can squeeze it back together, just like that. That's going to go right there. Now plug the connectors in, line it up, snap them in place. Lock those down. And just line this up. Might have to adjust the headlight a little bit, push it up a little bit, get it started. Snug that down. Now the bolts on top. Snug that down, and bolt up top. Snug that down. Now take the bumper and line it up. Make sure everything's lined up on the side. And do the same on the other side. And we're going to put these push pins in, secure those down. Lock those down, those are secure. And now on this side, I'm just going to use a push pin. I don't have a rivet. If you had a rivet, a plastic rivet, you can use that if that's what you had in there. I'll just get this lined up first. Oops. Just give it a little tap, get it in there, and put the centerpiece in. Tap that in place. The inner fender well. Get that lined up. And put this pin in. And push that in. It's good, you can lock it down. Twist that down. Do the same on the other side. If you have fog lights, you want to plug those in. Now before we tighten these down, put these shields up. You can lock that in place. And get all the screws started. snug those down. And push pin's gonna go right here. And push one on the other side. I take the grill and line it up. At the base, you want everything to clip in, so you might have to push from the back. Just make sure it's all lined up. Put the push pins in, lock it down. Line this bolt up and tighten this down. Now we're going to get the vehicle ready to aim the headlights. Start with the tire pressure, making sure all 4 tires are set at the appropriate pressure. Remove any excessive weight that's not normally in the vehicle. Find a wall that you can drive up to where the ground is level. Measure 25 feet away from that wall and mark the ground. Drive your vehicle up to that mark. With the headlights off, look for the center dot in the headlight lens. Measure from the ground to that center dot. You can use a ruler to help you out. Transferring that measurement to the wall, making a mark with some tape. On the driver's side, measure down 4 inches, putting another piece of tape. For the passenger side, you only need to measure down 2 inches. Now turning the headlights on, it is easier to do this at night or in a dark area. Locating your headlight adjuster and using a Phillips head screwdriver, turn your adjuster one way or another to bring the headlight up or down. Once the headlight is adjusted to the tape mark on the wall, move on to the next headlight. If you're confused because the beams seem to blend together, you can always have someone stand in front of the other headlight while you make your adjustments for that one. Now your headlights are aligned and you're all set to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.